What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's How to Unlock video, we're going to be covering the VAL Modern Warfare Assault Rifle for those of you that are free to play in Warzone. Now, I did cover this weapon in the past, however, it's been quite a long time. Of course, we're on a new map, tons of players join all the time, and maybe there could still be people struggling to unlock this. So I want to put out an updated version. You guys can expect me to cover some tips and tricks to make this a bit easier. We'll go over the challenge, you know exactly what to do to unlock it, and I'll even give you guys a recommended loadout to best set you up for success. And before we dive into it, if you guys do enjoy this content at any time or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. It's been throwing an easy goal of 50 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you guys do hit the subscribe button, alongside that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. Alright, in order to unlock this, first you're going to need to know what that challenge is. Go to where you edit your loadout, go to the assault rifle category, scroll down to the VAL. Your challenge should be read as follows. Using assault rifles, get 2 headshot kills in 5 different matches. Now, this is definitely one of the easier challenges we've ever had to unlock a weapon, so I'm not anticipating you guys having too many issues. Now, when it comes to game modes, you guys are more than welcome to dive into a limited time mode, whether it's a Clash playlist or something else you enjoy. But we are going to dive towards something a little bit more consistent, and that's going to be Plunder. The great news with Plunder as well is that it appeals to a wider variety of skill levels, being that the matches are 10 to 20 minutes, sometimes even longer, giving you a lot more time to get that progress towards your challenge. The other issue is sometimes in the limited time modes, it can be a little bit too chaotic and sometimes be a little bit too short for you to actually get the progress that you need. Now, when it comes to flying into the Caldera map, it is highly advised, thanks to the Season 4 update, that you guys dive into the storage area. This is going to easily be the most populated place on the map. Players will be going for weapon challenges, trying to level up guns, or they just know it's the most populated place, so they're going to try to spend as much time as they can here, trying to get as many eliminations as possible. Now, like we said earlier, this challenge is pretty straightforward. The only real trick is obviously going to be going for those headshots. If you get 5 eliminations and 2 of them are headshots, you're going to get the progress towards your challenge. However, this is going to greatly rely on the accuracy you have, on how high your percentage for hitting headshots is going to be, and how many eliminations you're approximately going to need throughout the match. In order to counter this a little bit, I suggest you put how many times you die to the side and just go for aiming towards the head at all times in order to increase your odds of getting those headshot elims that you need. A really good tactic to do this as well is going to be to sit in a corner or behind a doorway, somewhere that you know someone is unlikely to look but definitely has to pass by. Aim at about the headshot level, wait for them to pass, and obviously go for that easy elimination. I can't stress this enough. If you need to camp to get the challenge, do that, as it's going to be the best way for you to get your challenge done. Now, people going for this challenge are going to come from a wide variety of different skill levels. I think it's important to focus on just getting yourself into as many engagements as possible, especially if you're one of those folks that is suffering to get a high amount of headshot eliminations, even if you're getting a bunch of eliminations per match. I think it definitely helps if you're struggling to be accurate to find somewhere easy to mount. That way you're able to be a lot more consistent with your recoil control. So if you're already aimed on the head, you'll have a better chance of keeping it in that same consistent area, and obviously increase your odds of getting your headshot elimination. Something that I like to use that can overall help with challenges like this is going to be running dead silence. This obviously gives you silent footsteps, allowing you to sneak up on opponents without them being able to hear you, and it will obviously put you in a great position because they'll have no idea where you're coming from. You may be able to just sneak up right behind them, aim at the head without them having any knowledge of your existence, and get an easy headshot elimination. Also, if you are feeling lucky, at the very beginning of the match, you can go to the end of the flight path where all of the AFK players go. Hopefully you'll get a couple of people that fall in AFK without anyone really trying to challenge you. You'll get a couple of easy headshot eliminations, and you won't even have to struggle that hard to get any progress. The only real downfall with this, though, is that if you happen to land with the AFK players, maybe you only get 1 elimination or nobody actually ends up being AFK, you might have a long trek back to the populated area of the map, and this could overall just waste time instead of actually being helpful in any way. So we've covered some tips and tricks to make this a bit easier. We've gone over the challenge, so you know exactly what to do to unlock it. Let's go ahead and dive into our recommended loadout, which today is going to be with the M4A1 Modern Warfare Assault Rifle. Alrighty, for our attachments we have as follows. For the muzzle we have the monolithic suppressor. For the barrel we have the stock M16 Grenadier. For the rear grip, we have the stippled grip tape. For the magazine, the 60 round mags. And then last but not least, for the underbarrel, I have that Ranger foregrip. All right, a couple more things I want to address before we wrap things up here. The reason I'm recommending to you guys a Modern Warfare Assault Rifle in order to do this is because if you use one from Vanguard or Cold War, could overall impact the tracking of the challenge, leading to it not tracking properly, and that will lead to wasted matches, and you'll have to play more than are being asked. And the last thing I want to touch on is whether or not you can leave the lobby once you've gotten the progress towards your challenge. So once you've gotten the 2 headshot eliminations that you need and you are confident, go to where you edit your loadout in-game, go to the assault rifle category, scroll down to the VAL. It looks like the challenge is tracked properly. You can then leave the match that you're in, diving into your next one, overall decreasing the amount of time this should take you. However, if you are confident you got those 2 headshot eliminations and you go to check the progress and it does not look to have tracked properly, definitely recommend staying through to the end of the match in order to increase your odds of it actually counting. That way, hopefully if it does, you won't have to play more matches than is being asked. Now, we've covered some tips and tricks to make this a bit easier. We've gone over the challenge so you know exactly what to do to unlock it, and I've even given you guys a recommended loadout to best set you up for success. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support on the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.